Warren Buffett is the CEO of Berkshire Hathaway and is considered by many to be the most successful investor in the world. He went from delivering papers and owning pinball machines to becoming known as the Wizard of Omaha with a net worth of over $71 billion. And today we're going to learn his best advice on why you need to find your passion. Rise and shine, it's Entspresso time.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Carmichael, and every morning I bring you a shot of Entspresso to help you start your day with confidence and believe in yourself. So good morning, I believe in you, and let's do this. Over to you, Warren Buffett.
You're lucky in life if you can find your passion. I tell the students, you may have to take a job or two. You got to eat, but never give up searching for the job that's your passion. Try to find the job that you would have if you were independently rich. That's the job I have. And when you find that job, the job that causes you to be excited every day and forget about the pay, and where you associate with people you love, doing what you love, it doesn't get any better than that. My partner Charlie is 89, and we were talking about that this weekend. I'm 82, he's 89. We do what we love every day with people we love, and they seem to like us okay. So, how can it be any better? And just cost of living does not equate to standard of living. And the standard of living is, achieving what you want to achieve, working with people that you love, and you don't need that much money.
Right.
I love to ride around in a private plane. I will totally acknowledge that. Leaving that out, I basically, leaving out taxes and charity and things like that, I can easily live on $100,000 a year, and I wouldn't live better if I had 8 houses, if I had a 400-foot yacht or anything of the sort. I've been on 400-foot yachts and I've been in a lot of fancy houses, but I'm in a house that I bought 55 years ago. It's warm in the winter, it's cool in the summer, it has everything I wanted, plus it has all kinds of good memories.
Right.
My kids have good thoughts about it. I can't imagine living any better. I paid $31,500 for it. I could pay $31 million for a house, and it wouldn't do for me what this present house does.
The number one rule for success is follow your passion. I've studied more successful people than most people out there. And the number one thing that I found consistently that successful people do, whether you're an entrepreneur, an inventor, a musician, an athlete, you've had success in whatever field you're in, I featured them all on my channels. The number one thing they have in common is they say, follow your passion. If you love what you're doing every day, it's not only a recipe for you to live a happier life because you genuinely enjoy the work that you're doing, makes a big difference. But chances are you're also going to create something that brings a ton of value to people and build a successful business on top of it. So I got asked yesterday on my Instagram, Evan, are you still going to be making videos in 5 years? And I'm like, yeah, I don't know why I wouldn't. It may not be YouTube. Maybe YouTube gets bought or folds or becomes something else. I don't expect YouTube to still be here for another 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Maybe 5, maybe shorter. I don't know. But I love making videos. I love making something visual for people to learn from, right? When I was getting started in my first business, I didn't have mentors. I didn't know who to go to. I went to my bank and asked them for help, and they said, do you need a loan? I said no, and they basically kicked me out. I didn't know what to do. I had no mentors. And when I started learning from successful people, Bill Gates was my first role model that I haven't met, but aspirational mentor. I read books, I read articles, I got my hands on whatever I could, but I later realized I'm a visual learner. When I can see something, I'm much more likely to digest it and learn from it. And so I want to help all the visual learners out there. I want to make visual content. So if you love books and audio, awesome. There's lots of stuff out there for that. But if you're a visual person, I want to be there for you. I want to make content for people who are like me. And I still need the content to this day. I still watch my own videos every day as a part of my learning, my growth, my evolution, my getting better and reaching up to believe in myself more and do even greater things. And so, of course, I'll still be making videos in 5 years. I love it. Now, look at the history, right? I've done this for 11 years on YouTube. I've made over 6,000 videos. We have I don't know how many channels, a dozen channels now and growing. I'd like to have 100 channels plus. I haven't figured out the business model around all of those yet, so we're working on it. But I don't see this ever ending because I love it. Now listen, it took me 5 years to get to 7,000 subscribers. I think a lot of you could get there faster than me, but how do you stay with something for 5 years and not give up? Because I loved it, right? 5 years to go from 0 to 7,000, and then 5 years to go to 7,000 to 2 million. 1, YouTube caught up to thought leadership. 2, I got better at what I was doing. 3, I took it more seriously. It's not that path has to be for you. It doesn't mean it has to take you 10 years to get good at something, but I stuck with it because I loved it. And that's the consistent theme. Running a business is so hard. Starting something from scratch, brand new, is so hard that most people will quit because it's just a strategy, because it's just a money-making opportunity, and they end up losing money instead of making it. Where if you love it and it doesn't feel like work, I would make these videos if it was hitting 10 people, let alone 300 million people. I still go live on when I go live on Instagram now, we'll have 30 people show up. When I go on my new YouTube gaming channel and I play League of Legends and answer questions, we'll have 9 or 10 or 12 people show up. I still do it because it's not about the numbers. It's about making an impact. It's about helping those 9 people. When I see 9 people in my live stream, sure, at some point in the future, maybe that's 1 million people, but I want to help those 9 people. It's the process that you need to get addicted to. That if you love your process and it doesn't feel like work, stepping into my life will feel like work. Me stepping in your life will feel like work. When you step into your own life and it doesn't feel like work, you love the process of it, that's where you will have ultimate success. Now, if you want to learn to have self-love and learn from billionaires, check out my 254 series. They're free. The links to join are in the description below.
Investing in yourself is the best thing you can do. Anything that improves your own talents. Like, nobody can take it away from me. They can run up huge deficits and the dollar can become worth far less. You can have all kinds of things happen. It's important to associate with people that are better than yourself. They made us do all these crazy things to get out of ourselves, and so we stood on tables and did all kinds of things.
Now, I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're going to enjoy. But before that, question of the day, I want to know, what is your passion? What in your work is the process that you love doing, that you could spend all day doing it and time flies by? Let me know what that is for you. Put it down in the comments below. And if you made it this far in the video, you're still here watching. Believe Nation, we don't just watch videos, right? We do something about it. If that's you, if you're gonna promise right here, right now, today, commit to take action after watching this video, give me a hashtag Believe down in the comments below and tell me where you're from as well so I can celebrate you.
What advice would you give someone who's wondering, like, how do I find my passion and how do I pull on these threads and where are they going to lead to? Help us understand how you got started and how they should think about it.
Well, I think, most people listening to this show know what their passion is, and it could be a hobby, it could be, they could love reading, they could love playing tennis, they'll have passions. And if you have a passion, it makes sense to spend a lot of your life involved in that passion. And quite often you can turn your passion into a business. You can see that maybe there's some aspect of your passion that people are not doing that well. And you can say, screw it, I could do it better. And I think if you spend your life with your eyes open, looking for things that frustrate you, looking for gaps in the market, that's all a business is. It's fulfilling that, filling in a gap and doing it better than it's been done by anybody else. People who don't have closed minds will most likely find those opportunities. Now, I suspect there will be 100 people who will have come up with that idea before you, but those 100 people, won't have had the courage just to go and do something about it. So, so it's those few people who just say, right, I'm going to give it a go, that often end up, being successful.
If you want to change your life in 30 days, check out the series for free right here. And if you want more wisdom from Warren Buffett, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.